Hey children, how are you? All are fine. So, are you praying to parents? Early in the morning, you get up. You have to first, your duty is to pray to God. Why do you pray to God? To give the blessings. Only for you? No. It is for your parents, your brothers, your sisters, and the more important thing is you have to pray even for the teachers. Okay, for everybody's good health. Okay, fine. Now, are you preparing for FA4 test? You have to prepare, children. The new lessons I am asking you to mark from the textbook. So please, even I am writing the points on the board. You please write it down in your, watch the video again and again and write it down in your rough book. It will be useful for you to learn it. Okay, okay, fine. Now previous class, what did we learn? We are in the journey of the cloud. We have finished part 1 and also part 2. Part 1 we have traveled seashore, hills, mountains, valleys, desert, isn't it? Hill station, etc. After that, again we came back to our natural source, which are very essential for the all living beings on the earth. That is air, water, soil. We have learned more detail about air and water. Shall I ask a few questions on it? So what is air? You know that the oxygen we breathe that is present in the air is known as air. Isn't it? Air is very essential for breathing. No man can live without the air. Now we have seen that air has been polluted by so many things. So can you tell me what is air pollution? Air pollution is nothing but the smoke of the factories, the chimney smoke, so the vehicle smoke, all that smoke when it gets entered into the air becomes dirty. That is polluted. That is known as air pollution. Okay. Now, what are the diseases caused by the air pollution? Asthma, tuberculosis, lung cancer, cough, difficulty in breathing, etc. Apart from this, what did we learn? How to prevent air pollution. I have thought few steps how to prevent it. The first one is garbage should not be burnt or it should not be left open. And the second point, garbage should be thrown in the covered dustbin and factories should be away from the houses, that is residential areas. And what should be planted? Trees should be planted in large numbers. Why? Because the trees gives us fresh air and it keeps the clean surrounding clean. After the air pollution, what did we learn in water? In the water, water is also another very important part, and it is a natural source which is essential for all living things on the water. No man can live without the water. Water is very, very essential. So what are the uses of water? Water is used for drinking, cooking, washing clothes, utensils, washing the vehicles, and you know that hydroelectricity is produced and it is used for the growth of the plants. Like that there are many. You are learning only few. When you go to the higher classes, again you will learn more about it. Okay. Now, what is water pollution? I have showed you the picture. That is the waste, household waste are thrown in the water. The drainage water get mixed in the source of water. Washing of the animals. Previous class we have seen the picture. In the water, what all we have seen? Washing of the animals, washing the vehicles. Again what else? The people washing their clothes, washing the utensils. When all these are mixed up with the water, what becomes? The water becomes dirty. Hence we say that it is a water pollution. Okay. So, how to prevent? I had told you few steps how to prevent the water pollution. We should not make the water dirty. We have to, whatever is thrown inside the house or inside the school or outside the class, we have to pick up that waste and put it in the garbage. Isn't it? Now, throwing away the polythene bags in water should be banned. And no household or industrial garbage should be thrown in the water bodies. Till here we have learnt in the previous class. That is Journey of the Cloud Part 2. Today what are we going to learn? We are going to learn Journey of the Cloud Journey of the Cloud Part 3. What is that part 3? It is about the soil. Today we are going to learn Journey of the Cloud Part 3. That is, we finished A, water. The next important natural resource is soil. Soil is very, very important. Okay, can you tell me where is soil found? The soil is found on top layer of the earth. Where it is found? It is found on top layer of the earth. Okay children, where is soil found? It is found in the top layer of the earth. Now tell me, what does the soil consist of? The soil consists of dust particles. Dust particles, again what else? Mud. M-U-D, mud. And humus. H-U-M-U-S, humus, etc. Okay, which lesson is this children? It is lesson number 9. What is the subject, Journey of the Cloud? It comes in EVS. Okay. So where is soil found? Soil is found on the top layer of the earth. What does the soil consist of? It consists of dust particles, mud, humus. What is this humus? It is also a dark organic material, okay, that forms in the soil when the plants and the animals matter decay. That is known as humus. The decay of what? Decay of plants and animals. The decay of plants and animals found on the mud or in the soil, that is known as humus. Okay. So the soil consists of dust particles, mud, humus, etc. Okay. Now can you tell me, there are so many types of soil. When we say soil, it is not only the mud or the sand particles. There are so many types of soil. Okay, when you go to the higher classes, you will learn. But I will let you know according to your age. Only few I will let you know which is common. So, the types of soil. One is red soil. All might have seen red soil. Second one is black soil. The third one is loamy soil. And the fourth one is clayey soil. According to your age, you should know these are very common. But when you go to higher classes, you will learn many types of soils are there if you search. Okay, mountain soil is there, desert soil is there, and muddy soil is there, shallow black soil. Like that, many deep black soil, medium black soil, mixed red soil. Like that, many. When you go to the higher classes, you will learn detail. But according to your 4th standard, you will be perfect with these 4 types of soil. Red soil you have seen, red in color, black soil, black in color, and loamy soil. What is loamy soil? It is nothing but it is a mixture of clay, silt, and clay, silt, and sand. It is the mixture of it that is known as loamy soil. And the 4th soil is clayey soil. You see the sand particles are very closer in the clayey soil. With the help of clay, you make so many objects like fruits, vegetables, animals. So many things you make. How? Because the soil particles are very closer. Okay. Now can you tell me what type of soil is found in Kalaburgi? What type of? Very good. It is the black soil. Okay. What type of soil is found in Bidar? Red soil. So it depends upon from place to place, region to region. Okay. It differs. It differs with the weather, with the climatic condition of that place, weather of that place. Okay, children, this is about the soil. What you have learned? Which is the top layer of the soil? Where is soil found? It is found in the top layer of the earth. What does the soil consist of? Dust particles, mud, humus, etc. Then, how many types of soil? There are many, but at present you are learning red soil, black soil, loamy soil, and clayey soil. Okay? Now, you can take out your EVS textbook, page number 216. What is the importance of soil is given over there. So, in the previous class also I have explained the importance of the soil. So, can you tell me what is the importance of the soil? Soil is used for what? It is used for to construct the houses or to build houses. Next, to grow plants. To grow the plants, soil is needed. To build the houses, again to make bricks. What is needed? Soil is needed. Again, soil gives shelter for whom? It gives shelter to insects and some animals like snake, rabbits, earthworm. All these they are staying in the soil, isn't it? It is a shelter to the animals. Insects, take ant. Okay. So what are these? The importance of the soil. Why soil is important for living beings? Why? Because it is necessary. Without the house we cannot live, isn't it? To construct the houses we need the bricks, and without the food we cannot live. So the plant grows, isn't it? And shelter to the insects and animals. This we have learned detail in the previous class, isn't it? Now, can you tell me why nowadays the soil also is being polluted? Okay, polluted in the sense becoming making dirty. It is I and you people are making dirty. How is that? We are making soil polluted. How? By throwing plastic bags. That is polythene covers. Isn't it? By throwing, you can see here and you can mark in the textbook too. Why soil is very important for living beings? It is necessary for the growth of plants. You can tick it over there or you can underline. Why I am telling you? Because it will be easy for you to learn. Okay. Now you can see this. Pollution of soil. Can you see? What do you notice here? You notice that soil is being polluted due to overuse of plastics. Okay. And the another point is chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers. Okay, children. So nowadays, what is this picture? This picture tells you about the soil pollution. The soil is getting polluted. Why? Because we are throwing not only plastic bags, all unwanted things we are throwing, like syringe bottles, medicines, isn't it? And chemical fertilizers, whatever chemicals are put for the plants, such bottles, the plastic bottles, all that are thrown in the soil. You can see in the picture very well. See how the animals are grazing in that polluted soil pollution, isn't it? So it is I and you people are making the soil dirty by throwing plastic bags, that is polythene covers, and chemical fertilizers. Now, you can underline there 216. Nowadays, the soil is being polluted due to the overuse of plastics and chemical fertilizers. Okay. When question asked, how is soil being polluted? You can answer this. Okay, children. Now, after that, we have to take certain steps to prevent the soil pollution. So, they are asking you to write only 2 sentences how to prevent soil pollution. Shall I rub these types of soil? Okay. Now I will give you few points about the prevention of soil pollution. How to prevent soil pollution? The first point is proper disposal of garbage. The first point is proper disposal of garbage. The second one is use of sanitary latrines. The third point is planting trees. And the fourth point is limited use of insecticide and pesticides. There are many, but for your age, you try to be thorough with this prevention of soil erosion. The first point is proper disposal of garbage. In your school, you might be seeing the principal, the teachers requesting you, asking you again and again, don't throw the dirty things like chapati or vegetable or wrappers, chocolate wrappers or kurkure wrappers, not to throw here and there. What is kept in each corner or each class or in the ground, the dustbin are kept. Isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to make use of that garbage properly. Whether in the school or in the house. In the house, you might have seen your mother keeping one dustbin where all the peel of onions, of vegetables, fruits, they put it in the dustbin. And it should be closed. Or else again it will be a breeding place for the insects like cockroach, rats. These are again causing disease. Isn't it? When they are breeding on that like mosquitoes, what happens? Again unwanted diseases will start. Isn't it? So this is the first point, proper disposal of garbage. And the second one is what? Use of sanitary latrines. Spell the word sanitary. S-A-N-I-T-A-R-Y. Sanitary latrines means what? Now you know that unwanted, uneducated people, they don't know how to use it. Isn't it? Now in the house, you are well-to-do, you are having all luxurious things, you will use Western type and also the Indian type. But whereas illiterate people, the previous class I have told you, you bathe, you put perfume, everything. Again you see in front of the school there is so much of dirt that is making the soil pollution. Isn't it? So what did, there is, to avoid this soil pollution, what people should be encouraged. In what way they have to encourage? They should be encouraged for the proper disposal of this, proper use of the latrines. Okay. Now government has taken up the project, okay, to construct the toilets. You might have seen before the slum areas they had the proper use of the toilets. No. Nowadays, government has taken up so many projects. They have constructed the latrines. All the uneducated areas, illiterated people, and how to make use of it. You might have seen on the way in the marketplaces how the toilets are being constructed. You go to the bus stand, you go to the railway station, how the latrines are being constructed. Even in the railway bogies too. Okay, but people are not making it in a proper use. If you know it, then the uneducated people, if they don't know, we have to explain them how to make use of it. Okay. Now, this, it is a part of Swachh Bharat. Who started this Swachh Bharat Abhiyana? It is started by D. Narendra Modi. Who is he? He is the Prime Minister of India. When did he start? He started on 2nd October. Who started Swachh Bharat? Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Who started this? It is started by whom? By D. Narendra Modi. Who is he? He is the Prime Minister of India. All are familiar with him. So when did he started? 2nd October 2014. In spite of he starting all this project, but still you see the soil has been polluted. Why? Because people are not taking it serious. Okay. The next is planting trees. We have to plant more trees in order to make the soil polluted. Okay, that is the third point. And the fourth point is limited use of insecticides and pesticides. Spell the word insecticides. insecticides. What is this insecticides? It is a substance that is used for killing the insects. You have in your house, mortar you have, heat you have, isn't it? Again, good night you have. So that the smoke, again it is making the air and the soil, water, pollution, isn't it? So, what? Limited use of insecticide. That is a substance that is used for killing insects. And what is this pesticides? Pesticide, it is a chemical where it is used that to kill the insects and the animals which are in the field, that they are affected to the plants. Isn't it? The crops that are growing in the fields, they use more of chemicals. Isn't it? So that is known as pesticides. Okay children, these are the few points how to prevent soil pollution. You are learning only air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. But there is noise pollution also. Did you hear? Even noise pollution, when you go to the higher classes, you will learn even the noise pollution in detail. Okay children? So, prevention of soil pollution. The first point is proper disposal of garbage. Second point is use of sanitary latrines. Third is planting number of trees. And fourth is limited use of insecticides and pesticides. Okay, these are the few points. They have asked you to write only 2 sentences. You can write any 2 sentences in the textbook. That is on page 216. Now we have learnt how to prevent air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. So we have learnt so many things, how to protect them. So only you will listen and leave it? No, we have to follow those steps. Why we have to follow those steps? To prevent air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution, because they are the valuable resources. What are they? They are the valuable resources where all the living things require. Okay, valuable. Spell the word valuable. V-A-L-U-A-B-L-E. Valuable. R-E-S-O-U-R-C-E-S. They are valuable resources. Okay, children. So, because these are valuable resources, we have to protect them. We have learned the steps we have to protect. Why? Because all these are essential for all living beings on the earth. Okay, children? Okay, fine. Now next, I want to ask you few questions. How was the weather yesterday? How was the weather yesterday? Huh? You experienced in the night cold, isn't it? And in the morning, you had early morning also cold, but not much. How much you experienced in the night. Then after in the afternoon, again hot. So what are these? These are the day-to-day changes. So for the day-to-day changes, what do you call? You call it a weather. So now we are going to learn weather and climate. Shall we go? Spell the word weather. W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Weather and climate. Spell the word climate. C-L-I-M-A-T-E. Climate. Now take out your page number 270. You have experienced sometimes hot, sometimes cold, sometimes the weather is wind. Afternoon you see the wind blows, isn't it? So you have some pictures on page number 217 where you have to match it. What is the first picture? What is the first picture? It is the sun. So in the B part, what is showing? Whether it is wind is blowing or it is hot or it is cloudy or it is raining. It is hot. So mark there, match it. You have to match. I'll just explain you, you will do it afterwards. Okay. Second picture, what does it show? It is cloudy. So which one you are going to match it? It is next, that is third point. It is cloudy. The third picture, what is it? It's raining, isn't it? So where is that sentence? It is raining. You can join that. Okay. The last one is the wind is blowing. Okay. So what are the situations here? 4 situations you have seen. One is it is very hot. The other one is what? Cloudy. The other one raining. The next one wind blowing. Wind is blowing. So what is this? Very hot, that is temperature. Okay. All this very hot comes under temperature. Sometimes it is cloudy, sometimes it will be raining, and sometimes the wind is blowing. What is this? This is day-to-day changes occurring is known as weather. Okay. You are learning weather now. You have to write what is the definition of weather. Weather is what? Day. Only changes in the day? Changes in the day and night. Okay. Where in the atmospheric condition is known as weather. Okay. What is weather? Day and night changes in the atmospheric condition. This is night. N-I-G-H-T. Night. Changes in the atmospheric condition. What is in the atmosphere? Sometimes it is very hot, sometimes cloudy, sometimes raining, and sometimes wind. These are the, even humidity, even sunshine, all this comes under the atmospheric condition. That is day and night that occurs, that is known as weather. But what is climate? What is climate? The weather condition in an area over a long period of time. Okay, what do you mean by a climate? The weather condition in an area over a long period of time is known as weather. The weather condition in an area over a long period of time is known as climate. Okay, this is day to day. Okay, but here long period. Long period means it is 30 to 35 years. Okay, the weather condition in an area long period means nearly 30 to 35 years. That changes in the atmospheric condition like hot, cloudy, wind, temperature, then rainy. This is known as climate. Got it? Huh? Okay. Now you take out a page number. You have to do this, match the following. Okay children? All understood now? It is hot, it is cloudy, it is raining and it is windy. Please complete it. Now shall we move to the next page? Now got it? Weather, what is weather? Weather is day and night changes in the atmospheric pressure is known as weather, whereas the weather condition in an area over a long period of time is known as climate. Okay? Now take out page number 218. You have to learn these definitions. What is weather? What is climate? Now, you know this. You can take out page number 218. The weather is changing during the day or day by day. The weather of a place is observed for a period of 30 to 35 years. The sum of this long period time the sum of this long time weather is called climate. So there is a relationship between climate and the life of people. Okay, the dress of the people will change, the construction of the houses will change. Okay, you can see these types of houses. Okay, some are having slopy roof. Why do they have slopy roof? Because when it rains, easily it will reaches to the ground. Okay, and some are having flat. It depends upon the climatic and weather place of that particular place. Okay children? So, what does it tells here? There is relationship between climate and also the life of the people. Now, dress of the people will change. Okay, in rainy season, can you wear cotton clothes as such? You like to wear all the warm clothes. Why? It is very cold. Even the construction of the houses, as I showed you, even the industries and the crops depend upon the climate of that particular place. The houses with a slopy roof can be seen in the places of heavy rainfall. Slopy roof is this. You can see this is the slopy roof. When the rain falls, it will easily flow to the ground. So the crops such as jawar, ragi, etc. These are grown in very hot places with scanty rainfall. In previous class we have learnt the meaning of scanty rainfall. What is the meaning of scanty rainfall? It is nothing but less rainfall. So what type of rainfall you have in Gulbarga? Do you have like other places like Shimoga, in coastal areas they have heavy rainfall. Do you experience that? When there is flood, only will experience that, isn't it? But other times it is normal. Okay, so we see the crops are like ragi, jawar is grown in scanty areas. Now you have to write the difference between the weather and climate. Shall we see what is the difference between the weather and climate? The first, weather is, what is weather? Weather is day to day change in the atmospheric condition. This is the first point of the weather. Now climate, what is climate? Climate is the weather observed for a period of how many years? For a period of 30 to 35 years. This is the first difference between weather and climate. Weather is a day-to-day change in the atmospheric condition. I have already told you. Then climate is what? The weather observed for a long time. I have given short. What is that long period? It is nothing but it is the period of 30 to 35 years. Now second point. It may involve just one condition of the atmosphere. But whereas it includes climate, it includes all conditions of the atmosphere. All conditions means what? What are those? Like temperature, wind, humidity, sunshine, etc. This is the second difference between weather and climate. Okay children, the second point, the difference between weather and climate. It may involve just one condition of the atmosphere. It can be temperature or sunshine or wind, etc. But here in the climate, it includes all the conditions of the atmosphere. What is that? Like temperature, wind, humidity and sunshine, etc. This is the second difference. The third difference is weather changes with a short time, whereas it takes place over a long period of time. Climate takes place over a long period of time. And weather, the fourth point, study of weather is called as meteorology. Spell the word meteorology. M-E-T-E-R-O-L-O-G-Y. Meteorology. Okay. Then what do you call for the study of climate? The study of climate is is called climatology. Okay, the study of the climate is known as climatology. The study of weather is known as meteorology. These are the four difference between the weather and climate. Is that clear for you, children? You can write the points here where there is the gap here on page number 218. Okay, you again and again watch the video, see the points, difference between weather and climate, and try to learn. Then afterwards don't tell Miss has not given, Miss has not explained. Don't give unwanted reasons for it. Okay. Now can you tell me, children, when you have holidays after the final exam, you have holidays, isn't it? So what type of climate do you observe? Very hot, isn't it? The climate is very hot. Again, when the school reopens, how is the climate? It is raining. So generally, we are going to see what? The seasons. Seasons occur due to the changes of the weather conditions. Okay. Seasons. How do seasons occur? They occur due to the changes in the weather conditions. Now let us see how many seasons are there. Shall I rub this? Shall we see the seasons? We have how many seasons? 3 seasons. Spell the word season, S-C-A-S-O-N-S. The first one is what? Summer season. The second one is rainy season. And the third one is winter season. Then autumn season is there. Okay. So, but here they have given only 3. You learn. Okay. That summer season. You know how is the weather in the summer season? It is very hot. Can you see this picture? What do you see in this picture? Summer season. What you do? You like to go in cool places and play in the water, sit under the fan due to the heat of the sun, isn't it? And what type of clothes do you wear? You wear cotton clothes. And what type of food you eat? You are fond of ice cream. You eat a number of ice creams every day, isn't it? Fruit juice, watermelon, fruits like watermelon, which contains water and which keeps us cool, and even ragi, isn't it? Ragi. Again, what else? Curd rice. These are the different types of food you eat. When? During the summer season. Okay. Now next, which season comes? A rainy season. So in the rainy season, what do you see? You see the people holding the umbrella, isn't it? Holding the umbrella, wearing the raincoats, yes, isn't it? Then how is the climatic condition in the rainy season? First what happens? It will be cloudy. After that, what do you see? You see the lightning. Okay, there is a picture. So can you see the picture here? In the cloudy, you see the lightning. After the lightning, what do you see? Immediately you will see the thunder sound. Some may get scared of that thunder, isn't it? And what happens to your ears? You close your ears now due to the sound. So, now can you tell me which monsoon winds bring rainfall to us? It is pre-monsoon, pre-monsoon and post-monsoon. Monsoon, you know that the wind blows. We have Himalayas. What are the wind is blowing in the neighboring countries? We don't know. They check. We have big Himalayas near the northern side of the India. They check and they send the monsoon to our country. Okay. Some pre-monsoon and post-monsoon, they bring the rainfall to India. Okay, children. Now, can you tell me how when does a rainbow? The next is winter season. Okay, the next is winter season. In winter season, what do you notice? This is the winter season. Okay, what do you notice? The season is very cold. So when it is cold, what do? You wear the sweater. Okay. Now, and you wear the warm blankets, woolen blankets, gloves, isn't it? So many things. And you put the cotton in the ears. So many things you do, no, in the winter season. You put the scarf or you put the woolen thing covering your ears, isn't it? That is the winter season. So, what happens in the winter season? Trees shed their leaves in the winter season. What do you mean by tree shed? The leaves falling from the trees. Okay. Trees shed their leaves in the winter season. Now coming to this, what is this? We have learned in the rainy season about what brings rain to India. That is pre-monsoon and post-monsoon. After this, what happens? Have you seen in the sky? You see the rainbow, isn't it? What do you see? You see the rainbow. So when does a rainbow occur? Can you tell me? So when the sunlight strikes or passes through what? Passes through the raindrops, then the rainbow occurs. Okay. So how many colors are there in the rainbow? There are 7 colors, and you can see in the textbook or see this chart the rainbow colors. Can you see how many colors are there in the rainbow? How many colors? 7 colors. Very good. How many colors? 7 colors. So to remember these 7 colors, there is an English word you can use. What is that? Vibgyor. What is that? Vibgyor. V stands for what? Violet. Can you see in the picture? V stands for violet. I stands for indigo. B stands for blue. G stands for green. Then Y stands for yellow. O stands for orange. And R stands for red. Vibgyor. Vibgyor is the English word, easy to remember. You can see in this picture. Can you see? You should not go from up. You must go from down to up. That is, V stands for violet, I indigo, B blue, G green, Y yellow, O stands for orange, R stands for red. Okay? This is the rainbow. You have to draw in A4 size. Okay, children, you have to draw the rainbow beautifully with the help of the pencil. Color it with all the 7 colors given here, given in the textbook on page number 221. So what all we have learned here? Summer season we have learned. Rainy season, winter season, they causes many changes in the life of the people. Not only the life of the people, they even influence on the dress, costume and crops and the food habits. So this completes your journey. We finished our journey of the cloud. Shall I ask you the questions? Okay, children. Be ready now. I am going to ask you few questions. So, how many colors are there in the rainbow? 7. What are they? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. What type of food you eat in the summer season? You will take all cold things like curd rice, ragi, then ice cream, fruit juice, watermelon or water content you eat, isn't it? Now which winds bring rainfall to India? It is the pre-monsoon and post-monsoon. Okay. Again what else? How many seasons are there? 3 seasons, summer season, rainy season and winter season. What type of clothes do you wear in winter season? You wear woolen clothes to keep yourself warm. All woolen things made out of woolen, like woolen blanket, woolen sweaters, isn't it? Scarves, etc. Now, what type of food do you eat during winter season? Can you tell me? All fried things, isn't it? All hot and oily things like mirchi bhaji, boalu bonda, biryani, pakoda, you like to eat, isn't it? So these are the food you have to write there. On page number 220, make a list of food items eaten during winter. So what you eat, that you write. Don't write which is common. You like to drink hot tea, hot coffee, and you might have seen your miss drinking tea in the class, isn't it? Don't write that, but what you are eating, you write. Okay, children? Then next. Now, there is one match here, not match exactly. There is some situation given on page number 219. So, you have to tell. Now, you have understood what is summer season, rainy season, winter season. I will tell you 2. There are 6. I will tell you 3. The remaining 3 you do in the textbook itself. Okay. Now, situation is given. Number 1. Bathing in cold water. Which season? Summer season, rainy season, winter season. Summer season. Okay. Bathing in cold water you do in the summer because the temperature is hot. The second, wearing woolen clothes and to feel warm. Winter season. Then third one, sitting under the fan. Summer season. So you have to write name of the season. Will you do the remaining 3? Given on page 219. That is fourth one, moving about wearing raincoats. Very easy. Tree shedding leaves, as I explained you, and using umbrella. Using umbrella is for both the season, rainy season and also for the summer season. Okay, children? Again, what is the weather? Day and night. Changes in the atmospheric pressure is known as weather. Very good. What is climate? The weather condition in an area over a long period. Long period in the sense it can be 30 to 35 years. That is known as climate. And for difference I have given between weather and climate, please listen to the video again and again and try to learn all these important things and be ready for FA4 test. Okay, children, afterwards don't tell Miss has not explained this, that. I am telling you each and every point to underline, to note it down from each page, and of course all the teachers are doing the same thing. Please give more importance to the online classes. It is you who are writing the FA4 test and exam 2, your final exam. Okay children, I have showed you. You have to do complete the match given on page 217, and you have to do rainbow, this type of rainbow in A4 size paper. This is an activity. You have to do rainbow and color 7 colors. Okay, and do it very well. Learn all these things children. We have completed our journey of the cloud. That is the 9th lesson is completed. I will see you in the next class. We will be going to the next lesson, that is chapter 10. Okay children, keep your health good. Read the lesson again and again. Stay home free and fit. Don't waste your time. Okay, bye. See you.